Hey, so today is a bit of a kind of a work day or a getting things done day. Today in my day job I'm going to be mainly doing kind of like bug fixes, fine tuning and stuff like that. So it's not exciting work, it's kind of that work that you just have to get through. So it's one of those days that happens. I'd love to know, how often do you have these kind of days? Most of the time you should be kind of improving code or fixing bugs, but some days or some weeks it's just like new features, which is awesome and really fun and exciting. And other days I've found that are just simple, straightforward work days, which are good in ways. Like, you might be thinking, well, it's not exciting because you're not doing something new or something out of your comfort zone. It's just kind of going through and doing the same kind of things over and over again. But it gives you a chance to refine your skills. Maybe after a certain amount of time you've worked out better ways of doing things. So there's a lot of advantages to doing this kind of work more often, and I think it's the kind of crappy work that's not really talked about too often either. It's, you see people doing all these great features and releasing these awesome projects and stuff, but there's actually all this really boring kind of simple work that's going on, and those are the days that happen, and I think it's good to talk about and really just get out there a bit more. So I'd love to know, what do you have kind of these kind of days? How often do you have them? What's your thoughts on them? What do you do to make them more interesting? Because they can be quite boring and just repetitive. I'd really love to know. Alright, so this morning I've been working on some PR reviews. I think they're pretty important to go over and make sure they're 100%, and if there's any issues that they're raised and well commented or well responded. That's one of the things that I'm finding a lot with pull requests are they're either lacking information from both the person who's created the PR and the person who reviews it, or there's just no review and it's just merged straight in. So I think there's two aspects to really look at. And these do depend on what's going on. So if it's a simple change, then that's fine. You can just simply do a quote-unquote code review, so that's fine, it's just looking at the code. But if there's functionality changes and stuff like that, you should be including things like screenshots, videos of the before and after, as well as if you're then reviewing, to make sure that you pull that branch down, check it, and make sure it's fine before it goes off into a staging for further QA. So it's just a quick look locally on your own machine as the reviewer, and that generally should provide a much better experience. And it might also pick up on things that need to be fixed prior that the person who implemented the feature didn't know, and then you don't have to wait for it to go through the whole QA step. So I noticed I've been sitting down for most of the morning, which is opposite to what my normal routine is. I'm trying to keep this routine where I'm standing up for the first part of the day, for at least the first half of the day rather, and then sitting down for the rest. So it's an interesting kind of thing getting used to, because you do feel like you get a little bit sore after a while. I don't have a mat, I've just got carpet here. But the main thing that I do and what I really advocate with standing desk is I've only had it for 5 months or something like that now. So it was my birthday, so it's when I got it. So yeah, it's a little while, but I've found that it's certainly made me more productive, as well as there's a bunch of health benefits. So it's bad for your back sitting down all the time, it's bad for your heart. There's a whole bunch of research and basically testing that people have done, and it's turned out it's pretty bad to sit down all day, and something that we do pretty much every day of the week. So I highly recommend getting a standing desk, or try standing up somewhere, even if it's at a bench or something like that, because it will help you productivity wise. At least it has for me, and I know others have had that effect. So highly recommend a stand up desk. I cannot recommend them enough. I really love mine, so I just thought I'd have a little talk about that, because it's something that I think I'm starting to take for granted a bit now. There's a lot of people who just sit down all the time and they might not know, as well as I feel like you're going to be missing out if you're not having one or using one, or just doing it in general. So highly recommend it. Alright, so before I sign off of this vlog, it's kind of been a little bit all over the place. It's just random stuff, so it's a random things kind of vlog. So let me know what your thoughts on this. I'm going to try to have more structured vlogs that come out, but this is just one of those ones where I'm playing around and trying to work out something. But I wanted to just, go back on some thoughts on the PR reviews. Now, all of these thoughts are generally, take them with a grain of salt. It really depends on your organisation or your approach to things. It's certainly just one way of doing it. A lot of the stuff I talk about, including on the podcast, is very much at least to get you thinking about a possible different process if you do take a different process. And it's just to really get you evaluating a different way of doing things, or maybe trying to refine that process. And just things that I've found, like taking extra time to pull down a pull request and review it actually in development and see how that goes. And just there's things that won't show up in code all the time, and there might be things that just don't translate very well in a pull request itself. It needs some more context. That's why I recommend doing photos and video. So photos, I really need to show if there's a UI change before and after, or if there's different states, it should show the states. And that's where it's probably better off to do a video if there's multiple states, like say you're changing how a button works, or some section that has like a success state, error state, general state. That's a good way to show in a video. You don't have to narrate them or anything. But yeah, those kind of things make a big difference in my opinion. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on that. Let me know in the comments section below. That's essentially it for this vlog. I'm going to cut it off here and finish it up. I'm about to go back and finish the last half of my workday, but that's it. I'll catch you in the next video.
What are you doing, bud? Hey? What are you doing?